City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content, like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live. Thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Follow Blinds, Pocket Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Distillers Direct, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms and Rainbows. We are live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Tom from Leicester Fan TV. Just thought I'd do a quick review of yesterday's my day out, yesterday's game away at West Brom. And what a day out it was, and as always, and I think Harry Winks said it, what a way to win a game, the 90th minute, Gisborough as well. There's no better feeling in football than getting a 94th minute, 92nd minute winner, and the scenes in the away end at the end of the game was superb. In general, though, what can we say? After a bitterly disappointing 1-1 draw at Hillsborough on Wednesday night and bitterly cold where Phil and the lads were, we then came into West Brom away. And if all honesty, I went into the game quite worried. If we turned up and played like we did against Sheffield Wednesday, that we could get steamrolled. West Brom at the time, I think we're on a win-winning game, or 4 games out of the last 5 they'd won. They'd just beaten Ipswich, who was second in the league at the time, 2-0 at home. And it was concerning. And I weren't sure what was going to happen, how the players would have reacted after a bitterly disappointing to draw the game. Well, we could have lost, let's be honest. We could have lost at Hillsborough easily. How would they react? How would the team react? How would the team play? Would they turn up and get this passion game going? Was it going to be stuttering? And I think the first half, it was definitely better than Sheffield Wednesday. It couldn't be any worse. The actual passing and movement was there, but still this very nervousness coming out from the back, especially when we were, playing out for the goalkeeper. There was 2 or 3 occasions where we went short and we got caught out again. But also it was nice to see a little bit of change. And when we didn't go short, instead of clipping the ball to Winks or to Ricardo, we'd then clip it forward into the space where Ricardo, Winks would drop, and then Mads would clip it into where Nacho and Dewsbury Hall were, and then Diddy was looking for them instead to take the whole of the midfield out of the game and open up the game. First half, as I said, it was very even for me. Drawing the game at our time would have fair result in my head. They'd hit the post, we hit the post. And I think hitting the post at the time was probably our best move of that half. It's the first time we actually moved the ball a little quicker. It was all very, for me, safety yesterday with the first half. Very too much safety. Get the ball on the wing, we go backwards. Get the ball in midfield, go backwards. And I understand what we're trying to do. And this ain't slating our tactics. I know what we're trying to do. But if we're not going to speed that passing game up at times, it just becomes a bit boring. And I think the first half, it was just too safe for me. There wasn't that risk element. And in the game we play, and I think the way Enzo wants to play, we have to take risks. Sometimes I think the players just don't take that risk when they need to take it. When we did take the risk, we saw it with the chance we created from Mamadidi a couple of times, getting the overlap on the left and him hitting the post. Another one, he crossed it and it went to the back post. There was enough chances, though. We were creating things first half, but it just wasn't risky enough for me. Second half, totally opposite. Although I will say half time, I was a bit interested to see that here a very, very small majority booing the team. I don't know if that was boos towards the team or boos as frustration of how we'd played. But it was very disappointing to see that, because we're still top of the league and we've got some fans booing because the performance is on there. I understand the frustration on that. Second half, completely different ball game. That first 10 minutes we came out of the blocks and we were all over West Brom. They could not get out for me. They didn't know how to, Leicester had upped the game. They'd up the passing. They'd up the tempo of the passing. They upped the riskiness of the balls. And then on the 55th minute, there was an interesting situation. And Jamie picked up on this morning. I was in the ground at the time. When Mamadidi got the ball on the left-hand side and he had all the grass, all the space to run into. And he turned back and he saw it and he still turned back and passed it backwards. And that was the first time I heard the whole of the away stand groan properly in frustration of why have we not run into that area? Why have you not put the ball into the space and gone for it? Why have we not ran at that man? Obviously, changes have been made. McAtee came onto the left and Abdul Fatoui came on the pitch. What a difference he made straight away. He wasn't mucking around. He was getting the ball, and he had one thing to do most of the time, and that was get the ball in the box, either cutting onto his left foot or going to the byline and trying to do something. And that's where the goal came. That's what I say about playing a bit more riskier, what we hadn't done. The first goal comes from playing more riskier ball, playing a ball that could go out of play, and it didn't. It's a lovely ball and did he out to Fatoui. Fatoui then turns around and play a lovely ball down the line, just enough weight on it, Any more, it's gone out of play, and just enough for, and did he then to run onto and clip it in towards the middle of the 6-yard box. And where KDH hadn't been the first half, he was in the second half. He was running into that box and making sure he was getting his head on it. Then again, as we continue again, there was a few other chances. And did he have another chance? He hit straight at the keeper at 0-0. But we were trying the riskier balls, and that's the difference I felt. There was enough little chances happening around box. Obviously, then, you're looking at the time, and I was especially, you get to the 80th minute, please just defend this long throw. We didn't. And what can you say? It's a scramble. The Ricardo flicking the ball away on the floor could have gone to absolutely anyone. And it did. It fell straight to the West Brom player, hits his foot, and he taps it home. At that point, I'm standing there thinking, once again, we've really, not done ourselves any justice in, drawing this game, especially the second half. I think first half, a draw was fair result, but second half, I do believe we were the better team. We're the only team looking to win the game, and West Brom were getting tired. And then, well, what can you say? For me, the man of the match yesterday, and people can argue, disagree, put it in the comments. I'll come back and have a chat with you about it. For me, Vestergaard, the amount of headers he won in the game overall for people putting balls in the box, and his defending was superb yesterday. And that header he wins is a giant header for me, of a giant of a man. The ball comes in, another throw. Leicester could have panicked. Leicester could have been thinking, oh, God, here we go, another throw. It's going to go in. Towers are down. This is going to go in the net. Fair play to Vestergaard. He stood up and was counterful. He went, no chance. That's my ball. And then we get that slice of luck for me, what we haven't had all, in the last 3 or 4 games. That slice of the ball breaks to Nacho. Nacho turns, it hits the defender. And instead of going back to a West Brom player, it falls straight to the foot of Nacho, who's away. The ball into KDH is pinpoint and perfect. And there's Harry Winks to, slide on the floor, the ball into the back of the net on the tightest of margins. We're talking millimetres from that actually hitting the post and going somewhere. Fair play. We get the win and we move on to Plymouth next week. But overall, second half performance 10 times better than what we'd seen at Sheffield Wednesday. It was probably 5 or 6 times, better than the first half performance because we moved the ball and we were more riskier. And there's also a lot of fans said, oh, well, the players do what they're told. There was time in the second half when I clearly saw Enzo pointing at the corner, at the flag, down the line, when Fatoui got the ball and he passed it back and he went nuts on the touchline. And you could see him telling him, go at your man. The space is there, go at him. So it's clearly not all the instructions the players are doing half time on that pitch. I'd play some of the safety balls by the looks of it. Got to be more riskier. We're more riskier. We're going to win more games in this league for me. And look, if anyone said you're going to be 19 games in top of the league, 8 points clear of Leeds, a point clear of second place, I think you snap the hands off. I really would, because we're not even played that great yet. We haven't even got into second gear, let alone third gear. But if we can get into them, then we are going to start picking up a lot more points easier and winning games 3-0, 4-0. But at the moment in time, we're still winning games and not playing well. There's a lot of positives to take. Yes, it is frustrating. I'm not denying that. It's very frustrating to watch some of the games, but there's a lot more positives than negatives. Obviously, moving on now to Plymouth. Another tough test, another team I expect to come apart the booth and counter-attack. A lot of quick players in their team. Whittaker, Morgan Whittaker, the number 10 for them, will be an interesting player. He's done well to adapt to this league very quickly. He's scored a lot of goals for them. Loves the counter-attack. It'll be an interesting game next week. Drop your comments in. I know it's pre-recorded, but I still want to see your comments, see what you thought of the game yesterday. Do you disagree with my view of the game? Put it in there. I'll come back to you. I'll have some chats with you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Drop your comments in. I'm going to do a video of every game going forward. And hey, I look forward to your views. But once again, keep it Leicester Fan TV.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, Everod's, Barlow Blinds, Pucker Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Distillers Direct, Hologram, Take Me, Nubian Cow, The Fox's Arms and Rainbows. Run by the fans, for the fans. Follow us on socials at Leicester Fan TV and visit leicesterfantv.com for all the latest news, views and videos.